Hello friends. In the morning, I have posted one video on the audit requirement for financial year 24-25. In that video, I mentioned one of the point which is mandatory, and I talked about the mandatory disclosure under Regulation 19 and 21, which has to be there on every research report, rationale, or any kind of public appearance that you are making. And I got a lot of calls and a lot of messages around regulation 19 and regulation 21. What is this and what all are required to be disclosed under regulation 19 and 21. So I'm making this video just to clarify the things, and I will also share a PDF file in the WhatsApp community where you can which you can copy and pay and make a link on your website and use that link to post in your research reports and everywhere else wherever you are making any public appearances. So basically, let's understand what is regulation 19 and 21. Regulation 19 and 21 are applicable to four areas. Number one, the research report or any rationale or backup that you are making for your recommendations. Second is your public appearance, or if you are giving any recommendation in the public media. And third one is the social media. If you are making any YouTube video or maybe any Facebook or Twitter post or posting anywhere else, then it is also applicable on social media. And any type of communication that you are doing with your clients or outer world as research analyst, in all those communication, this is mandatory. So regulation 19 categorically says that this is applicable to all these four areas. So whenever you are acting as a research analyst in front of public, then you need to have disclosure under regulation 19. This is a mandatory thing. You cannot avoid it. Now, what we need to disclose under regulation 19 and 21. So regulation 19 is a kind of journal disclosures, and regulation 21 is specifically applicable to recommendation given in the public media. So I'll talk about regulation number 21 later on. Let's talk about regulation 19 first. So what are the things which are given in regulation number 19 which are required to be disclosed? Okay, number one, you need to disclose all the material information about yourself. Means basically what is your educational background, what you do, and is there any other activity that you're doing currently or you have done any other activity in the past, and your current business activity. What is your current business activity, what all segment that you cater to, and those kind of details that you need to disclose. That's number one. Number two, if you have any disciplinary history, if any action has been taken against you by SEBI or any other regulatory authority, or any inspection happened, or any kind of disciplinary action has been done in past, that you need to disclose under regulation 19. Thereafter, any terms and condition based on which you are offering your research report, remember this terms and condition are not same as what you are getting signed from client at the time of onboarding. These terms and condition are slightly different. Okay, so these terms and condition on basis which you are offering any research report, okay, that needs to be disclosed. And then you need to disclose the detail of your associate, the people who are working for you or helping you in your research, or the definition of associate is given, I think, in the regulation itself. So you need to disclose every associate which is working, who is working with you. Next one is any other information which you think that this is mandatory for taking an investment decision, maybe the risk disclosure, maybe any other eventful disclosure that you can make about the market, or maybe the risk involved in the market, or any political situation, or etc etc, anything which is going to impact your investment decision, that you need to disclose. Although this is a general statement, other information which is necessary, you can completely avoid it as well. If you think there is any specific information that is required for investment decision, that you can disclose. So this is completely open. You can give it, you can avoid it. And there are some key points which are given by regulation 19 for disclosure. So these are the specific points which are given by regulation 19 itself. So the details that we talked about, the detail of associates, disciplinary history, these are general in nature. These are also given, but there are specific points which are given by regulation 19 itself that you need to disclose. Number one is the conflict of interest. Whatever recommendation you are providing for whatsoever company that you are providing, for that company you need to disclose that you do not have any material conflict of interest with that company or with the kind of security that you are recommending. This material is already given under regulation number 19 in form of questions. You can simply convert them into answer and use this as a PDF to disclose this material conflict of interest. Thereafter, you need to disclose any compensation that you have received or received in the past or receiving currently from the company that you are recommending. If you are recommending any company and you are receiving any kind of compensation in any form, or you have received any compensation in any form in the past, that you need to disclose as a mandatory disclosure under regulation number 19. And you also need to disclose that if you are recommending any company, are you or have you served as employee, director, or any kind of officer in that particular company which you are recommending. You need to disclose this information as well under regulation 19. So this is all part of regulation 19. So there are certain generic disclosure, and then there are specific disclosures. Then you need to disclose whether, as a research analyst, are you engaged in any kind of market making activity or not. Okay, this you need to disclose. And thereafter, the last one, which is added in recent amendment, which is the extent of use of AI tools that you need to do. You need to disclose under regulation 19 as to what is the extent of using those AI tools for your trading recommendation, and how they can impact your trading recommendation in terms of risk or in terms of rewards. So this is all about 19. 19 has two parts: some generic information that you need to disclose, and then there are specific information that you need to disclose with regards to your recommendation or with regards to the company which you are recommending. Now I'm coming on to regulation 21. Regulation 21 specifically deals with recommendation which are given in public media. Suppose if you are giving any recommendation on any news channel, or maybe on YouTube channel or anywhere else, it has to be a public media. If you are giving any kind of recommendation, you need to disclose two things. Number one, your registration status, which means you need to disclose your SEBI registration RA number and your BSc enlistment number. And secondly, you need to disclose any kind of financial interest in that company, whether you are holding any kind of shares, if you are a shareholder in the same company and same company is being recommended, or any other kind of financial interest that you may have. Financial interest could be the position that you might be holding in the same company, or you might be receiving any kind of incentive, or maybe salary, or maybe anything else in terms of money from the company, that is also included in financial interest. So if you have any kind of financial interest in that company which you are recommending, then you need to disclose under regulation number 21. I would suggest, so there are two ways to disclose all of this information. Number one, you can either copy regulation number 19 and draft it accordingly, and regulation number 21, and then you attach it to your research report. But that would be a lengthy one, it would range between 1 to 2 pages. I would suggest you make a link on your website, mandatory disclosure under RA regulation, and you mention all the information which is required by regulation number 19 and 21, and use that link to your four areas. Number one, your research reports, social media, public appearances, or any other communication that you are making with the outer world as a RA. So sharing that link would be good. So for example, let's how I do it. Let's say on my YouTube channel or maybe any other social media post, whenever I post, either I posted below that post, or I have given it in my description only, right? or whenever I'm issuing any kind of research report, then this disclosure link is also given under your research report as well. So this recommendation or any kind of public appearance or any kind of social media post or any kind of communication, as a habit, you keep make it a habit to paste this link in every communication that you are doing. This is a mandatory disclosure that you have to maintain in every communication that you are making with the outer world as research analysts. I hope everything would be clear. I would be sharing a PDF on WhatsApp community which you can download, and there are certain information that needs to be changed. You change it according to your business and your name, and you can use the same information to create a link on your website, and you can use that link for to use in future in any kind of communication that you are making. I hope this is all clear now. Thank you so much.